Good morning and welcome to my next video blog. So I mentioned last week actually the two things I was going to talk about today. So one was the AMAT and the other one was the news that I've got that I can now share. So the AMAT, the two teams I've been looking after both did that. For those who are not sure what the AMAT is, it's an Agile maturity assessment tool, and the teams, each individual person in the team actually completes the questionnaire, about 25 questions, and then the results are collated, so you don't see anyone in any individual results, and the team gets a score. So this individual questions get scores and there's an overall score. I thought that where I thought the teams were about where they thought they were at as well, which is pretty good. There's a mix of areas they're doing really well and a mix of areas they need to work on, which is, I think, really normal for teams at the maturity that they're at. They're, after all, only literally months into it, in one case, probably more like weeks. So the AMAT was really good. The verbatim can give you some really great information about specific areas to work on as well, and can lead to further discussion. So the verbatim is also a good part of the AMAT. The next steps for the team are to actually use those results to derive what happens next for the team, what things are going to work on, and to celebrate what things they did well. The other thing I want to talk to you about is what happened next with me, because I'll be moving into a new area with some new teams, which is really exciting. So I get to use what I've learned in the last 4 months, things that I thought worked really well, obviously I'll do again, and things I'll do a little bit differently next time. I've asked specifically for the teams I have coached to give me feedback about, I use the stop, start, continue questions so that they can tell me what they'd like if they were with me as a coach, I'm trying to speak in English, with me as a coach, what they'd like me to stop, start and continue, which a couple of people give me feedback already, and there's been some really good insights into what they enjoyed about my coaching, what they'd like me to do more of, and what they'd like me to do less of. So good tips, and hopefully I'll get some more feedback as well. Hopefully before next week when I start with my new team or teams. I'm not sure what teams I'm going to yet, though I do know the area is networks and IT, and that's where I have spent most of my career at Telstra, so it'll be interesting to go back there. I don't know, I assume I mentioned in an earlier blog that I chose Enterprise to go to for my first rotation because it was so different to where my background was, and I'd be able to really focus on the coaching and not on problem solving. But now that I've had 4 months, can you believe it's been 4 months already, in the enterprise area, I think going back to networks and IT is something that I'm looking forward to a very different type of team to implement Agile. Probably a little bit more traditional, but also probably people who've had more exposure to various versions of Agile and will have very strong ideas about how it should be implemented. So I think there'll be different challenges, but also there'll be some great opportunities to implement the stuff I've learned in Enterprise and through the Academy. So exciting times. When I next talk to you, I will have met my teams, I hope, and I started working with them. So I'll let you know what it looks like and what's going to happen. Talk to you soon. Bye.